Okay, what's going on, everybody? This is you know, kind of unusual. Let me get this right. Sorry, y'all. All right, there we go. Okay, um, this is kind of unusual. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm Intergalactic Brew, the dude. But yeah, man. This has been a real frustrating um hour, 30 to 45 minutes, because for the second time in a row, a laptop that I have that I've only had for a year decides it doesn't want to act right all of a sudden. So now I'm on this laptop, which is not a bad laptop itself, but it's a certain person in this house, or you know, yeah, a certain person in the house's laptop, and I care to keep that person's name unsaid, because I know if I said that person's name, then a lot of people will be wanting to come on here and diss me or whatnot. So some things are better left unsaid, right? Right. Okay. Well, I didn't come on here to discuss about how bad my laptop is not working. I came on here to do a video. And the video that I want to do right now is concerning a favorite UFC fighter of mine and some of y'all's. Most of y'all don't like him, but that's okay, because I do. Um, read MMA Junkie earlier today, and I couldn't help but come across an article that really put a huge smile on my face, and that was that Chael Sonnen, you know, the guy that came really, really close of beating Anderson Silva, the guy that dominated him for 4.5 rounds, but got a little careless and ended up getting submitted by Anderson Silva. Yeah, that guy. Um, I just found out today that his suspension is over. Very good, very good. And that he will be having a meeting in Las Vegas, I guess, with the Las Vegas Athletic Commission or whoever, to determine the progression of his UFC career. So all the Chael Sonnen fans out there, the few that are out there, our boy is back, and that means trouble for UFC middleweights alike, Anderson Silva included. And yeah, we're gonna get to see Chael Sonnen back, man. This is great. I always, stayed hopeful and positive that this day would come. I just knew it in my heart that Chael was going to make his return to the UFC at some point, and I knew it wasn't going to be very, very long, and it turns out I was right, so that makes me even happier. And I think the reason why Chael Sonnen is being brought back to the UFC, in my opinion at least, is because I think he still has a lot more to prove. I still think that he deserves the rematch against Anderson Silva, despite what anybody else says, including Anderson himself. Uh, I still think that we still have yet to see Chael Sonnen put on an even better fight than he has before. I think we have yet to see Chael Sonnen knock out somebody, submit somebody, or for that matter, just end the fight completely, just stopping someone. I think we still have yet to see that. So I think with Chael Sonnen returning, I think that we're going to get an opportunity to see that. Now, my prayer about this whole situation is that hopefully he returns to the UFC within the next 3 months. So from July to September, hopefully we'll be able to see Chael Sonnen back in the octagon. Either one of those 3 months will suit me just fine. Okay, but yeah, I'm just happy for him, and I know a lot of the Chael Sonnen haters that are on here on YouTube are gonna be sending me hateful, evil, disrespectful comments, and you know what? I don't give a damn. Bring it on. I'm ready. I'm a big boy. I've got firm skin. I could take anything y'all can dish out. So come with it. But anyway, yeah, man. I'm just stoked about Sonnen coming back. I can't wait to see, the new moves that he's learned, because I know he's been training, this whole time of his suspension. So I know he's been working on some new maneuvers, and I know he's been developing new skills and abilities. So I can't wait to see those put on display once he does return to the cage. And I believe this time around, when Chael Sonnen returns to the UFC, I think he's going to be more determined. I think he's going to be more intense. I think he's going to be, a lot more focused than ever. And I mean, that's an old cliche, but I mean, you go through the stuff that Sonnen has went through, you have no choice but, to, have a new, rejuvenated outlook on your UFC career, And at the same time, while I'm praising this moment and while I'm happy for Chael coming back, at the same time, I really hope he learned a valuable lesson from this whole experience, regardless of whether it was his fault or not. But I think he's learned his lesson truly from this experience. Because he was really just on the cusp of going straight in the hole. The California State Athletic Commission was threatening to give him a $25,000 suspension. They revoked his real estate license. They weren't going to let him be a coach on the upcoming season of The Ultimate Fighter. So Chael has been pretty psychologically drained from all of this. So just to hear the fact that all of this is over with and he can continue, getting back to where I believe he rightfully belongs, and that's to challenge for the middleweight title, I think it's just, a big sigh of relief for him, So, I know that from this experience, Chael will, watch, his training methods and, just the supplements that he takes and all this other stuff. And I think he's just gonna be a rejuvenated fighter. Just a fresh, rejuvenated fighter. And I can't wait to see what damage he's gonna do to whoever faces him. Now, with that being said, and I don't want all you Chael Sonnen haters to get me misconstrued here, okay? I'm just basically speaking into existence the near future, okay? I'm not saying when Chael Sonnen comes back that he's going to automatically just get a title shot in an instant when he wins his next fight. No. This is going to be, a long path back to the title. I understand that. I know that Chael's gonna have to, reapprove himself again. I know that. Not only inside the octagon, but outside. I know that, you know. But I am saying that eventually, sooner than later, he will get back to challenging for the middleweight championship. And I believe when he gets back to challenging for the championship and is the number one contender again, we're going to have a new middleweight champion. I mean, whether it be against Anderson Silva again, which I know the world is waiting to see, or whether it be Yushin Okami again. Chael's going to beat either one of those guys. I love Yushin Okami to death. He's one of my favorite UFC fighters of all time, or in MMA period. I think he's one of the more underrated fighters, not only in the middleweight division, but in the UFC. And I'm happy for him getting his chance. But, after that, man, you got to worry about Chael Sonnen, man, because he will get back to that contender spot. It doesn't matter who's in front of him. It's just the only matter of time of, when he gets back there. I'm not worried about how he's going to do it. I'm just worrying I'm not worried about, how long it's going to take him to do it. I'm just worried about, how he's going to do it. That's the only thing. So I have nothing but unlimited confidence in him that he's going to get back to winning that middleweight championship. To getting another shot at the middleweight championship, I should say. Because he's championship material, trust me. And I'm not taking anything away from the Vitor Belforts, from the Brian Stans, from the, who's another top contender, Michael Bispings. They just recently added Jason Mayhem Miller to the roster. So, if he beats Michael Bisping, you could probably consider him a contender for the middleweight championship. So, no disrespect to those guys. But this is a chance that Chael Sonnen has been waiting for ever since UFC 117. And I believe when he gets back to that spot, he's going to redeem himself. And that's going to make all of you Chael Sonnen naysayers out there, y'all are just going to keep backpedaling and backpedaling and backpedaling. And y'all are just going to start pouring out, criticism like never before, because you're scared. Because you know the inevitable is going to eventually happen. You know that. That's why you're saying all this stuff. Because you are afraid of the inevitable. And I don't understand why. But anyway, that's y'all. But, like I said, man, despite what anybody else says, I believe this is Chael Sonnen's time. This was just basically a temporary setback. Now he's going to finish. Now he's going to finish the journey. The journey started when he beat Nate Marquardt. Okay? And he darn near succeeded in the journey at UFC 117 last year. But now the journey continues. And he's going to get back to the middleweight championship. And he's going to complete the journey this time when he does vie for that title again. Mark my words. Mark my words. And, just one more thing before I end this. And that is, the Chael Sonnen haters out there, I don't understand why you would want to hate this guy. I can understand you not disliking him. And I know why you dislike him. Because he's outspoken. He stands up for what he believes in. And he speaks his mind. I understand a lot of you are, miserable enough to where you can't handle that. I understand that. But I mean, hey, deal with it. He's like that. That's just how he is. And the UFC and mixed martial arts needs more guys like Chael Sonnen. And I'm glad, and I am so blessed, and I'm so glad that we have guys like this that are not, going to hold their tongue, just for the sake of, whatever. So anyway, he's going to get the belt back. Deal with it.